can send it.
How to love your child. That's the topic. Okay. The topic is very, very sensitive. How to love a child. So sometimes we get very upset at our kids. Okay? But when they, sometimes if they doing things that we get angry, we're saying things that they should not be said. So this call, Belashon, in the language of the Torah, Ahava atluya bedavar. It's love that it's conditional love. When you're a good boy or you're a good girl, we will love you. When you're not, so we're going to give it to you. Every child wants his parents to love him the way he is, without any connection to what she's doing or to the failures that she have. That's called Ahavat Chinam. There is Sinat Chinam and there is Ahavat Chinam. Even though I think that you at the moment don't deserve it, I'm going to give it to you. So, as parents, I want to ask you, do we love our kids conditional or unconditional?
Unconditional.
You sure?
I think both. There are times with both. Mostly conditional.
Mostly is conditional, yes.
I think, but there are there are moments, especially when they're little. It goes with age. It goes from the time they're babies. I think it goes, then it gets worse as they get older because we're expecting more.
Yes. So now, many kids that I met, You see all type of kids, how much it take impact on them. Some of them is very hard to get through them. They're very closed. They don't want to talk. Some kids becoming careless. They don't care. Or some acting very viciously. What makes a child act like that? They need love. They need love. And when they don't have it, they go out of their mind. They go. Yes, as parents, we are worried about our kids. We're putting a lot of effort to provide them whatever they need. And sometimes even beyond. But sometimes we're forgetting that's not the material, it what will determine if you love the child or not. To be a provider of material, that's not love. You provider, yes. But the child needs something more than that. In order to exist, he has a need to be wanted and to be loved. This need is very, very deep in the neshama of a child. It's very strong and very demanding. Almost like the need to go to sleep or to eat food. That they almost have no control over this. They need love. If you're not going to give them love as we should, they're going to make themselves fools, to behave, to be bullies, or to make themselves sick. They'll do all kinds of tricks just to get our love and careness. There were parents. They came to me and they said, I don't know what happened to my child. He was such a good boy. All of a sudden, he became bully. He hits everybody. He was such a delicate boy, friendly boy. Now he's aggressive. So I found out that she have 3 kids. The older one has some, he is some learning disabilities. And he must sit with the older one for hours to do with him homework, to teach him, to show him. The young one is 6 months old. That he needs all the time attention. He was the middle one. And he felt neglected and not important. So one day, this child that we're going to call him Nathaniel, he found out that his aggressiveness making his mother worried. If Ima is worried about me, now I'm starting to be important. So now, what is he thinking? Is worth it for me to make balagan, not to behave, so at least Ima will notice that I'm home. She'll give me attention. She'll give me the love that I need. So, how does he get his love and attention from Ima? When he starts to hit the other siblings. Then he becomes the center of the show, yes? That's why he's doing all this. Now all the eyes is on him. That's what he wants. In a wrong way, of course, but that's what he feels. At least I'm noticeable, finally. So he expressed himself, I need love. The reaction from him was beating up everybody. Some will cry all day. Each child has his own reaction to send the parents a message. You're not giving me what I need. Food I have, Baruch Hashem. Bed I have. Clothing I have, everything I have. It's missing the main spice. Love I don't have. So he will make sure to get love. So now, if they have to do such crazy things in order to receive, to take love, actually, we're not giving them love. They're taking love. Imagine if we will be quicker and we will give them the attention and the love that they need before they're going to start to act. So now you know why your children are acting up? Do you know why?
They're looking
Because
for
we have
love,
to give
love and
them attention.
attention. Love and attention. Love.
That's what they want. Nothing else. They want to feel important. They want to feel wanted. So a true love is ahavat chinam. Not that you have to do something so then I love you. No. So when a child starting to grow up, the first few years of his life, that's what gives him the base a strong base for to be mentally healthy when he will grow up. In the young age when they can be very annoying. And we all know that, right? The balagan usually start when they starting to walk. Until then, ha ha ha, hoo, you know, we can do with them whatever we want. Then they're starting to be annoying. They walk, they opening up the closets, making balagan, and so on. Then we'll see. Tell me something. How many kids today love themselves? How many kids appreciate their core, their abilities? They believe in themselves. Why not? What happened? It depends on us, the parents, how much love and support we gave the child when he was a child. I removed, if you pay attention, we started with authority, yes? Yes?
Yes, correct.
Why? When the authority, when the child feels that there is authority, so we cannot abuse the authority. Now the child have to feel that the authority is with love. So it will be very much easier. Much easier. When we implementing the authority and the children knows exactly where are the boundaries, it makes the atmosphere very easy to pour love on them. Because when the house is a balagan, it's very difficult to pour love. Because we're still fighting who is the boss. But when this is behind us, then you can be. Why when a couple get married, now he can start to love his wife? Why? No?
Because they're investing in each other. Investing.
Can he have a few girlfriends on the side?
No,
No, right?
never. Yeah.
So we're setting up the boundaries. There are boundaries,
Right.
yes?
Yes.
When there are boundaries and there is no interruptions from the outside, now I can pour love on you.
Mhm.
You cannot pour love on a person when there is so many things involved. You cannot. That's why many parents are not able to give the right love to their kids because the house is a mess.
It's
There
like
is
when
no-
it's like, excuse me, like when we were young and we had the radios and they had the static. You couldn't hear with interference. You can't hear.
You
It's the
can't
same.
hear.
It's the
Same
same thing. It's
Exactly.
distractions.
Distraction. Yeah. So when there is authority, so the house automatically become to ease. Only a teacher that the kids got that he is the authority, he will be able to pour a lot of love on the students. And the classroom will be a pleasant place to be because each one knows his place. There is no competition over there. We're competing with our kids all day long. So how can you love a child when you're competing with him? You say, do this, he says, no. So that's why right after authority and boundaries come love. So we all love our kids. Some less, some more. So why are our kids feeling that they're missing? Maybe you have the answer. We're ready to swear that we're giving our kids everything, right? Yes or no? Every mother I talk to, she tell me, I give my child so much love, so much. So why are they acting? So two choices we have. Either they not normal, or the love that I'm giving, something is wrong there. Because every child says, my parents don't love me. How can you say something like this? And the parents will tell you, I don't know what he wants. I don't know what she wants. We're doing so much, but this is the child, that's how he feels. Should we cancel the feelings? That's how a child feels. So there is miscommunication or misunderstanding between the parents and the child. So ahavat emet, true love, ahavat chinam, love for free. I love the child because he is my child. Without any connection to his, to the midot that he have, the character that he have, or to his behavior, even to his behavior. A child has to know and to feel that the base of the connection between him and his parents is unconditional love. No matter what you're going to do, we're always here to love you. Even if he brings home a terrible report card, even if he doesn't have too many friends, even if he's not helping enough at home. However, the parents still continue to love him like he is the best child in the world. Why? Because you are our child. If you're not going to behave, we're not going to love you, is conditional love. And the Pirkei Avot says, אהבה תלויה בדבר, love that is conditional, בטל הדבר, בטלה אהבה. When the base that I want to love you disappear, the love also will disappear. That's not love. Why can we appreciate our child? Because he is a child, ours, and he has neshama that came from Hashem. It's inside your child. He is Hashem child. Sometimes you can get angry at him. You can sometimes raise your voice, or even sometimes punish the child. But the child has to know it's coming from a good place. It's not my parents doing this to me because they don't love me. Most of the kids feel that my parents getting angry at me because they don't love me. They punishing me because they don't love me. They don't care for me like they care for my older sister. He has to believe that everything that you do is coming out of love. So if this is the case, so the child knows and he grows up that he feels that he is deserve this love. Even though that he is not perfect. And this called אהבה שאינה תלויה בדבר. Your behavior is something else, and you something else. Can we do it? Usually don't we mix the two things together? Anybody home?
Yes, Rabbi, we do.
Good. The child feels if I will not bring good report card, my parents will not love me. They'll be upset. So the love of the parents, it depends on my marks in my report card. Oy vavoy. This is terrible. School, it's school. Love, it's love. Not so simple.
How, Kodarawa, I have a question. How
Yes,
you
David.
can differentiate, איך אתה יכול להבדיל בין אהבה לחינוך? לפעמים בן אדם כועס, לפעמים הוא עושה משהו, הוא אומר לילד משהו שזה לא מוצא חן בעיניו, והילד חושב בגלל זה שהאבא לא אוהב אותו, או אמא לא אוהבת אותו, אבל אנחנו עושים את זה בגלל שאנחנו אוהבים אותו.
Oh,
How you can explain that to a child?
oh, you don't have to explain. All the time you have to talk about it, even if everything is fine. See, the discussion at home, okay, have to be, okay. Sometimes, let's say, why the teacher or the Rebbe wants to punish the child because he hates him. So you have to explain to the child when everything is fine. From time to time, we have to, right, to do things that the child will not like, but it's coming out of love. And you bring the child example. We're taking you to the doctor, and the doctors will hurt you. Are we doing it because we hate you or because we're looking for your good? Because we love you, we have to take you to a doctor, he should take care of you. The child is not, he understands this language. They have to feel that everything that we do is coming from a place of love, not anger. Now, how love can build a person, a complete person. Let me tell you something. What makes today the therapists so busy? Why the therapist team are so busy?
Because everybody comes to them feeling incomplete. Something is missing, something is empty. There's an empty feeling that they have.
They have no love.
Right.
They never got love, so they got into a mess. Now, all the therapist can do now is to teach you how to build yourself up without love that you're missing, which is something very difficult. But if they coming as a couple, then they can work with them to teach this. To teach this. Husband, what does it mean? Love. That most probably he didn't get at home. So he don't know what it means. Because we also did the same way. If my wife, she is nice, I'll be nice. I'll buy her flowers, I'll do everything. If she is not, so I'm not gonna be nice. So that's called conditional love. Nice, bring nice. Not nice, I'll be not nice also. It's not gonna work. Not nice, it's not nice. But as a person, I love you. That's what we have to learn. You know, how to separate the person from the actions. And I love you as a person, not because of your actions. Sounds too sophisticated. Okay. So now, it can be two people on the same IQ. One of them will hold of himself very much. He will appreciate himself. And the other one that has the same abilities will go with the feeling all day long that he is the biggest fool on earth. Why? Why is it? Two people are the same. They have the same IQ. One is going on the street, he feels that he owns the whole world. He is happy with himself. And the other one, the same way, same IQ, same koach, feels that he is nobody. Why is it?
Because he got positive reinforcement and the other didn't get. No?
Yeah. So now, it's coming from childhood. It's coming from childhood. When a child don't have the tools to love himself, he needs approval from other people. You're such a good boy. You're such a Baal Chesed. That's how a child starts to understand who he is. And this coming from the parents. Parents that accepting the child the way he is, with all his faults, they decide in a great degree the attitude of the child toward himself. We have to build them up. A child, don't you feel, I'm asking the ladies over here, don't you feel if your husband loves you or not?
100%.
Yes or no?
Yes.
It's a skill of a woman.
Yes.
So you feel already that you loved or not. You can pick it up very fast. A child is the same thing. A child that feels that his parents loves him no matter what, and they're accepting him even though he has many faults, he gets used to look at himself in a positive way, because that's what the parents did. So in this case, he can focus on his abilities, and he'll be able to love himself, to appreciate himself, and he will be very good. A child that experiences a basic love, which means no connection to my marks in school, no connection if I know how to fix my room or not, no connection בכלל. Or the neighbors coming to complain against him. And he sees that his parents still giving him same love, attention. This child will be very healthy, emotionally healthy he will be. And he believes that this is love. And from this childhood, he will believe also in himself. He knows what he can do, because his parents loved him no matter what. Which child can love other children? בכלל, don't you see people that they have more in a tendency, they always love to love people, to smile at people, to be nice. Did you see such people?
Yes, quite a
Where is it coming from?
The
because they
childhood.
From
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Nobody
Childhood.
was born like that. Nobody was born like that.
he got a lot of love. The kids who get love can give love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the child, when he grew up, he knew only the house he knew.
Mhm.
That's what he knows. He doesn't know anything else. So if the child sees and is receiving love at home, some people, when you try to love them, they take 2 steps back. And you start, and because they're saying, why is he so nice to me? Maybe he has things in his mind we're suspecting, very suspicious. Why is it? Because this child never saw such a behavior in his house. He says, strange. I have to be careful. Too nice. So but a child that grew up in a house that he always received love, he will be very easy to receive love from other people. Some people, even if you want to do good to them, they don't want to accept it.
Yeah.
They're afraid of you.
Rabbi, I have a question. So this has happened to a lot of people who don't get married because they never received love.
I see it every day.
Yeah, I agree.
Every day I see.
Or they get married, but they're not able to give that love to the spouse.
Because they didn't get love at home. How can he give you? He doesn't know even what it means. It's not in the system. Did you hear once that a man come and he says, after 5 kids, my wife is not attracted to me anymore? Did you hear it?
No, Baruch Hashem.
Good for you. I hear it. And I'm looking at the guy and says, so he will love her only if she's in the size that he wants. That's called conditional love. If she gain weight a little bit, so they'll. How can you live like that? Where he grew up, that's what he saw. When I get what I want, I love you. If I don't get what I want, okay? בטל הדבר, בטלה האהבה. Okay? I made you because of your size, because of your shape. This is disappeared, so my love disappeared also. I don't want you. It was never love there from the begin with. When you feel loved, you're gonna give love to everybody. Because that's what you know. And for these people, it's very much easier to get into the world of emunah. And they come Because when you fill up, when you're full, you have where to pour on other people. When you're empty, what can you give?
I'm sorry, can I ask a quick question? What happens if the parents have the best intentions and they try to teach their kids from early on to often be mevater, and give to everyone around them, and the way that they were reinforced was, so proud of you that you shared, so proud of you that you give of yourself, you sacrifice. Then growing up, the person doesn't know how to, like, separate, to like know, as soon as they want to give to themselves, they feel like, oh my God, I'm not being mevater, I'm not giving to someone else. And then it becomes frustrating because growing up, they were told, you got to be a giver. It's a good thing. So the parents had good intentions to get, to teach their kids to be givers.
If he feels bad that he always have to give, right? And if he gets something for himself, he feels bad. He says, maybe I'm selfish. Yes? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
So something is wrong. It's not that always I have to give and give and give and give. Even the Torah will tell you, what I'm trying to say is we have to separate the actions from the person. I love my child because he is my child. Because he has a neshama from Hashem. With the actions, I can disagree. And it can be ever, I don't like what I see. But it doesn't take away from my love. Why the child have to feel that every time that I say something, it's coming not from a place of love. He feels it's coming from a place of hate. They don't want me. He feels not wanted. So they're going to resist it. By us, everything is mixed. When was the last time that you had, let's say, to punish a child?
Me, Rabbi? Oh,
and you sat in front of the child with tears in your eyes, and you said, I love you so much. And part of this love, sometimes I have to punish you, but it causes me such a pain. Don't you think that your child feels that Behemet is coming from a loving place? Depends how we're presenting it. The same way a teacher in the classroom, she can call the child and say, come here. They say, oh, no, Tzaddik. Mora loves you very much. You're such a good boy. I care for you. But part of love this is sometimes I have to do what I have to do. If I were not going to do it, so I don't love you. He said, I'm so sad that I have to do this to you. Please try not to do it again because I don't feel good about it. This child, he knows that the Morah Be'emet, she loves him. She cares for him. He saw it on her face, he saw it. He will not do it again. I can tell you from my own experiences. In my yeshiva, if I had to put a student in his place, I brought him to the office. I looked at him with such a sad eyes. I said, you know, I'm in such a pain now. Now, you deserve it. That's not going to help. Then he knows my principal don't like me. He picks on me. But they left my office feeling sorry. That they feel that they hurted me now. That I had to do this to them. So they know it's coming from a loving place. My question is if we can do it. We get angry very fast. And the child feels that, okay, mommy, like the older one, and they'll tell it to you. They'll tell it to you, to your face, they're going to tell you.
Rabbi Chaimov, I can ask a question.
Yes, Zoya.
So the video's not on. My daughter came to say goodnight and she's stayed to listen. Look how badly they want to stay awake that they listen to a shiur.
Good.
So I said, Serena, what do you think? If I punish you and said to you, but I love you and it hurts me to punish you, would you believe me? And she said, no, because if you love me, why would you punish me? What did you say, Serena?
To teach me a lesson.
Come on,
because
you're data research.
I'm not talking.
No, what is it?
Teach yourself
Oh,
a
she
lesson.
says it doesn't teach me a lesson. It just makes me mad at you if you punish me. And they won't believe us if we tell them we love you.
So ask your daughter, the tzaddiket.
Yeah. I will from them to come. Yeah.
If she fell and you have to take her to the doctor.
Okay.
And the doctor is going to cause her pain.
Okay.
Are you doing it because you don't care? Or because you love her, you want her to get healed?
Huh? Go ahead.
That's not punishment.
What?
Take me to the doctor.
She says that's not punishment, taking me to the doctor.
No. Try to take a child 5 years old to a dentist.
She says I'm not 5. But Serena, come on, help out here. Good. You see, you thought I was bad. Wait till she gets older.
Ask a child 5 years old.
She's going to be more torture as a student than I am.
My mommy, she's so mean. She took me to the dentist and she was holding my hands yet.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't let me hold your hands because you said you squeeze her.
My mommy, she's so mean. Is she mean?
Oh, that's a good point. But I'm holding your hands.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get it. So,
but if I take you to the doctor, but even though I'm taking you to the doctor, which seems like a punishment, I'm still holding your hands. Punishment. The doctor is not a punishment.
No.
It is to a 5-year-old. Serena, help us out over here.
Because she thinks because he is a doctor. But if you'll see it once, you have to hold a child and he is screaming his lungs out. If
But you know
somebody
you're
will come
helping
from the
him.
outside and say, such a cool mother.
Yes, because you're ultimately helping them in the end. So if we have, so you're we have to get them to see that that punishment is to help them.
So now you have to explain to your child that every time that you're trying to correct her, those things, it's coming out of careness. You care for her. You love her.
You heard that, Serena?
No.
If you
I'm so
don't
glad.
care, you're gonna let her do whatever she wants.
Aha.
Okay.
Can you say that again and again and again?
Yes. And I'll say it 55 times. Parents who let the kids do whatever they want, they don't love their kids.
Got that? You
They
got
love
that?
themselves. They don't want any
Not.
confrontation with the child. So do whatever you want, leave me alone.
Oh my God. She said to me just now that it's okay. I'd rather you hate yourself.
She's too young to understand yet.
Yep.
When the reality will hit her,
I'm out of here.
then she'll say, my mother was right. But then it's going to be too late.
Yes. I'm so glad she was here for this. By the way, we've also learned a new bedtime tactic. If you want your kid to finally eventually go to bed, make them a guest speaker on the parenting classes, Rabbi Chaimov. That'll get them to bed. That'll finally get them to bed.
Good.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to put myself on mute so you could continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now, you see, that was a perfect example. The child feels that is not coming from a good place. So our job is to, all the time, it is not only one day job. You see what I said now? Parent to let the child do whatever he wants, just to have peace of mind. He doesn't love his child. Child needs boundaries. And we have to say the boundary is coming from a loving place. We care for you. We don't want you to get hurt. Oh, okay. Our time is up. So tomorrow night we'll continue, of course. And the topic will be learn how to love, which needs learning. So I hope to see you tomorrow again. Bezrat Hashem. Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Digest what I said. You have to digest it. It's not so simple. Digest it, and if you have any questions, you can ask me tomorrow night in Mirz Hashem. Have a good night.
Thank you, Kod Rav. Good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.